All right, next question says determine the real part of z squared w plus the imaginary part of zw squared for z is 4 plus I and w is 3 minus I. We're first going to need to figure out what z squared w is and what zw squared is, and then we can deal with the fact that we have to add the real and imaginary parts. All right, so the first thing we're looking for is z squared w, and that's going to be 4 plus I squared multiplied by 3 minus I. Now, our normal rules for algebra apply, so I can expand that. It becomes 16 plus 8I plus I squared times 3 minus I. Now, it's a whole lot easier to simplify the I squared before expanding again, remembering that I squared is equal to -1. So 16 minus 1 becomes 15 plus 8I times 3 minus I, and now I can expand that. 3 15s, 45 minus 15I plus 24I minus 8I squared. Again, your I squared is equal to -1, and we are going to collect all of our real terms and our imaginary terms. So 45 plus 8 gives me 53, and 24 minus 15 is 9I. Okay, so now let's just first look at this. Our real part of z squared w is just going to be 53. All right, let's have a look at zw squared. So 4 plus I, 3 minus I all squared. Let's expand the squared bracket first, so 9 minus 6I plus I squared. Again, we're going to deal with the fact that I squared is equal to -1 first. So 4 plus I, so 9 minus 1 is 8 minus 6I, and now I can expand that. So 32 minus 24I plus 8I minus 6I squared, and I squared is -1, so that becomes 32 plus 6, which becomes 38, and minus 24 plus 8 is -16I. Now, this is the important part of this, is that the imaginary part, if we're just asking for the imaginary part, they're only asking for the coefficient of I, okay? So our imaginary part of zw squared is going to be -16. So therefore, the real part of z squared w plus the imaginary part of zw squared is going to be 53 minus 16, which is 37.